Rub our palms. Bring yourselves into the center, to the present moment. Just slow down, make your little plans, press your palms together, bring them to your heart. Close your eyes, soft smile, and just slow your breath down. Bring yourself into the present. Feel the information as it flows in and out of your being. Just check in with yourself. What is your state of being? How do you feel? Can you slow down? Can you slow your breath down? Can you connect to the sweetness of your breath? Can you connect in your mind's eye to the beautiful sun? Connect to the most beautiful golden sunrise. The healing energy, the unconditional love, the bright, bright light. And then on your next inhale, as you inhale, draw the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center, expand, expand, and glow. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the light, the breath at the heart center. See it and feel it, and exhale through the crown like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center. Expand it, feel it, and exhale through the crown like a fountain. Clear out your space. Inhaling one more deep breath. Hold the breath, pull root lock, rub the palms, rub it, rub it, rub it. Get some energy, get some heat. Cup the palms over your eyes and exhale. Inhale, hold the breath. Nourish yourself from your palms to your eyes. And then exhale, float the palms down, flutter the eyes open, open focus into your space. Now, hopefully you have been tuned into the feeling of love, the state of being of love today, but every day this is what we talk about, love. And you know, I've been watching some Dr. Joe, and just again with a beginner's mind, like I like to do, just taking in information that I've heard before or seen before, but listening with an open mind and an open heart and seeing what comes to me or what comes through. And I'm always surprised and always impressed, you know, that it sounds different every time. And I always get something new from it, or maybe even not new, but I hear it or I'm able to interpret it in a different way. Again, because we are different every time, every moment we're different. But that was the theme of what I was listening to today. The teaching was in alignment with what I was saying this morning in class about your body becoming the mind, or not really connecting or becoming or being aware that we're allowing the physical, the environment, the physical body, the physical things to dictate how we feel all the time. Like it's very easy for us to fall back into a certain state of unconsciousness. And it's not that you can always prevent that, you know, like that you're not going to have certain things that are unconscious and then unconscious patterns creating certain results in your life, but really so that you can become aware of them. But what normally happens is that it happens and then we don't become aware of it. We fall victim to it, or we give our power to it. You know, we think that it's this, again, this seamless, straight, same, thing. Because that's what it seems like to us. Everything is showing up looking the same, sounding the same, all of that. And there really are experiments and studies that say and show that reality doesn't exist or material doesn't exist until it's observed. Like quantum experiments that have been proven that reality is not existing until it's observed. So that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Even if you don't want to get into the quantum experiments or whatever, just thinking about it, what I've said before is that, for instance, when you're going to go to the store, let's say, all of the things that exist between you here and the store, how do you really know they're there? Because you are visualizing them, you're seeing them first in your mind. You have a symbol for them or a template for them that you've made up. And then it's like you're creating your reality around you or filling in your reality as you go. Now, like, think about this, really, really think about it. Because if that's the truth, and it is the truth, you can fill in your reality in any way you want. It's just because we have all this, whatever this sign up we signed up for here, whatever this thing is, we forgot, and we're super conditioned and programmed, and then all those limitations, and then watching limited people and hearing limited things. And, we don't even know how many things we've been affected by, as a child, growing up, and then someone says something to you. The emotional response, again, it's been studied that the emotional response, like the stronger the emotional response is to something, no matter what it is, it sears that memory deeper into your being. Like you remember it more because, again, what are we wired here for? Survival, seemingly. We're wired to survive. So you don't want to forget those things. Your nervous system, you're programming this physical being to be a representation of your beliefs, your thoughts, and your feelings, and your state of being as this physical body and this physical world. So you're trying to like keep it alive, I guess. I don't know if it doesn't exist. Isn't it always alive? Like, it's so weird. Anyways, so you memorize it. Let's just go with all of this, that this is real. And like you memorize it, and then you don't want to create that again, or you're trying to avoid that or whatever it is. So, we start feeling separate from things. We start, when you're in the state of stress, when we're in the state of being of stress, we start making up more things about others to keep them separate from us, to seemingly keep us safe. But tell me, how safe does feeling stressed and then like threats out there somewhere feel? That doesn't feel safe. That feels unsafe because you're stressed and feeling unsafe. So if you want to feel safe and not stressed, think about that. Either you're moving towards unity, you're moving into love, you're moving into wholeness and oneness, or you're moving away from it. And moving away from it feels bad. Doesn't feel good, even feels more stressful. But this is the kicker, is that we as human beings have a hard time thinking and feeling greater than our state of being. And you can't think your way. You can't think your way into a state of being. You can't intellectualize. That's also what I've been saying over and over, right? You got to do something. And this is why I'm saying, over all of these years of doing this, as who I am, is what I choose to do, doing the breath and doing nam, chanting, singing devotionally in a uplifting and loving way, as Dr. Levy would say, romancing the divine. You know, when you're doing that, that is how, because there's so many people that are learning this manifestation or Neville or whatever, and their issue is they can't feel. Like, how do you feel? How do you learn to feel? Or how do you change your state of being? Like, how do you really forget that old man, like the old state, and really bury him and forget him and move into the new state of being? Well, you can't think your way there. And it takes practice to change, to choose. You know how disciplined, and you guys know how disciplined it has to, you have to be in, like how strongly, usually this is what happens, how strongly we're suffering, how, you know, we're really in pain, like we're really had enough of it. So then when someone's had enough, they can make a really strong choice, like, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going to do something different. And then that kind of, like, even that in an anger way, or even in like a frustrated way, it like does a little spark of the state of being, and then there's a possibility, maybe a move, a shift into something else. But if you're just like in despair, or why isn't it happening, or just like a lower state of being, or sadness, or victim, or whatever, to try and think your way into another state of being is not that easy. It's just not that easy. And especially, it's like so much stuff together. This is so brilliant. This whole, whatever this is so amazing and brilliant when you really step back and look and think about it. You know, it's also challenging because we have this conditioned belief of the illusion of continuity, that this is the same and nothing's going to change, and I'm the same, my environment's the same, the people that are showing up the same coffee shop, the same food, the same, like, same. And so then we don't ever, like, there's nothing in us, there's nothing really in us that gives us that little spark to say, well, I want something different. You know, like, I have the capacity to make something different show up, or to choose something different, or to you know, get a little excited about something. That's why we're always putting it on something out there, like, oh well, if I just had a new haircut, or if I just had a better face, or if I just had new clothes, or if I just had a new partner. Like, it's like we're giving something out there to give us something to look forward to give us the impetus to make a different choice, or to change somehow. Or, and also because we're not satisfied, or it just seems boring, like it's just like boring, you know, and maybe even like a subconscious level boring, like it's not even like in a, like, you know, like a conscious accepted, like, this is boring, you know, not like that, like something in here is just like, oh, this again. Like, this is what we're doing again, like every single day, this is what we do. Okay, all right. And then it's just like you just accept that, and then we just kind of like, you know, until it, and then again, like I've been saying about this, like ignoring things, but not ignoring things consciously, like conscious ignorers, like I choose to not focus on that, I'm going to choose to focus on what I'm creating, but just an ignoring, like a low level, like dissatisfaction, and you kind of just like put it over there and you don't look at it, and you just think like, oh well, like what can I do anyways, that's just the way it is, or the way they are, that's always there, or whatever it is, until all that ignoring adds up, and then something happens, like now there's like a physical ailment, or now, you know, something fails, or in the life, like something bad happens generally, because we've just been low level ignoring and subconscious accepting less than stellar, less than exciting, less than incredible, amazing, you know? And so that's what's happening. So to remind, okay, so you can't think yourself into a new state of being. You have to do the, what is it that I want, like an intention, you know, what is wanted and how would that feel? And then you're working on the feeling of it, because again, that's the juice that produces the the flowers, the fruits, the outcomes, is the feeling married with that where you're going. And, okay, so I know what I was saying. So with our practices and doing our breathing and meditation, but breathing especially, why we do so much breath practice and then singing and chanting, because it's an accessible and reliable way to help you shift your state of being. If you're just thinking, like, I don't know what to do, I don't like this, I don't feel good, but I have to feel good, I'm going to feel good now, I'm going to choose my state of being, I'm going to be in a state of being of gratitude. Okay, let me feel some gratitude. And sometimes you can do it, maybe you can, but what you normally have to do is get a memory of something that you're grateful for, either a past memory, or you can make, if you really know what you're doing, a future memory, like something you're grateful for that you already have, that you don't actually see yet, but you're already grateful for it. That's like, you can be grateful for that. And then you get the state of being of gratitude. But I'm saying, just help yourself out a little bit, help yourself out of shifting your state of being with practices that are known to work. So even like the breath practice we do, and then chanting, singing, that helps shift it shifts your state of being. Breath can shift your state of being in like 3 minutes or less. Even if you took 10 deep breaths, you could change your state of being. And then also, like, if you like to exercise, like say you're an exerciser, but I just think that people don't use their exercise for as much benefit as they could, because after you exercise and you've changed your state of being, then what about sitting after the exercise in 10 minutes, set the little timer, and sustaining that state of being, of gratitude, of radiant health, of whatever that is, right? Like, I just think, when people tell me, oh, my exercise is my meditation, but really they're still haven't shifted their state of being. So you could really just maximize these practices. Like, we do need something, just because of how deeply conditioned and ingrained we are of same. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, Ale. It's like that when Dr. Cho says we give a symbol, like everything is symbolizing something, right? So if you pick a letter, like Dr. Joe uses for new potentials, you pick a letter that represents what it is that you say that you want, or even a state of being. You could even pick a state of being and make a letter represent that, like G for gratitude, or A for abundance. Or if you need a new job, you put J for job. And then in that symbol or letter, you make sure you know what is all contained as that umbrella, what's contained under it. Just like when we talk about choosing your state of being, when you define, how would I walk? How would I talk? What do I dress like? What do I sound like? What's the feelings that come along with that state of being? Then you practice it, you memorize it, and then you see about shifting into it or feeling into that as many times a day as you can, until you feel like you've embodied that. But it takes, what I'm trying to get at, or just, remind everyone, that it takes work. This is what doing the work is, not just intellectually knowing it, like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, that makes sense. But like, you have to put it into practice, or nothing is going to change, because it's so easy. It's so easy just to fall back into that same line. So that's why taking some time out of your day, like the Dr. Joe meditations are 45 minutes and above, and people are like, oh, that's so long. Okay, but do you want to shift? And also, do you know how conditioned you are? Do you know how easy it is to just fall back into the state of being and see the same people, and not know that it's your stories, and not change it? You have to take a pause. So that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't have to take 45 minutes. You can do it in 5 minutes and 15 minutes. But the thing is, we have such an inundation, and especially now with all the screens and all the screen time, an inundation of information all the time that isn't necessarily curated. Like, we're not curating, we're not putting a filter there. Like, I'm only going to observe the things that are in alignment with my state of being and being conscious about making that choice and shutting off what is not. We don't always do that. And we think it's okay to do that. But then, like I said, if you think it's okay to do that, you have to accept the results that you get from that. You can't expect to ingest a bunch of stuff and produce something different, because unless you're very, very conscious. But if you were very, very conscious, then you wouldn't do that to yourself. You just wouldn't, it just wouldn't be aligned. It just wouldn't even be like, that's not for me. I'm going to listen or consume something else. So, so shifting your state of being and realizing that because you're observing this reality and it looks the same all the time, you're lulling yourself into a certain sleep that also subconsciously lulls us into thinking there's nothing changed, there's nothing to change. Like, I'm not changing anything. So why I'm always saying decide, like, you have to make a decision. First of all, you have to know that everything is possible. If nothing exists until it's observed, close your eyes, take your attention off of it, stop observing it, and pick a potential. Pick something that you want and feel it and observe it. Now, if you can observe it in your mind, does that mean it exists? Yes, of course. Because it's the exact same. I know it's not the exact tangible, the same that we think. But if you can observe it and feel it and imagine it, it's existing, and will exist in the physical plane in some kind of way. It has to, because you've experienced it, and this is the cause. This is the first cause, is your thoughts and your feelings and the experience of it. The experience of it. Once you've already experienced it, it has to manifest. It has to show up. That is how it works. So again, I'm just reminding us to shut off our senses, to go within, to have those experiences, and really, like I've said so many times, value that first. Like, I go for, like, tell yourself, like, the first choice I make is imagination. When something isn't going right, or something is off, or someone's acting a certain way here and I don't like it. Now, if you're listening or if you've been practicing, the first thing you think is like, am I aware right now? Because if you're in the state of being of stress or reaction, you might not even be asking yourself that question, or be even able to ask yourself that question, because you're reacting. And once you're emotionally reacting, you're kind of gone for a minute or two, or days, or hours, like whatever. If you're emotionally reacting, you got to work on it. You got to work on a little space between that emotional reaction, because as soon as that thing kicks in, it's a little more challenging to make a different choice. Because again, we're going into this, something out there is doing something to me, or I have no control, or let's wait what they're going to say, or, I've been telling them this, I've been telling them this, I've been telling them this. But if you've been telling and telling and telling, but you didn't you didn't go to the cause first. When people say to me, like, I told them this 50 times, I told them this, I've been telling them this. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but words, and if the words are not coming from a natural extension of your belief of that state of being, the practice of imagining them as that, then you don't need to say any. The words are not working, because two things. This is Dr. Joe's words. People only accept, believe, and surrender to things that are equal to their state of being. They will only accept, believe, and surrender to things that are equal to their state of being. You, we will, all of us will only accept, believe, and surrender to things that are equal to our state of being. So if you're in with someone, you have a relationship with someone and you see they've fallen into a state, and then you're having a conversation or an argument or, a back and forth or trying to convince them of something, and you see it's not going anywhere. You just realize like they're only accepting, believing, and surrendering to or allowing to what is equal to their state of being. And if I can observe them not in the state of being, an elevated state of being, or, I'm speaking something calmly and logically or lovingly, and they're frazzled or, frustrated or angry, even not even about you, it could be about anything. They don't want to hear it, because the emotional state rules. So these thoughts, these words, this logic, it doesn't go in there because they're in an emotional reaction. That's the same with us. I'm saying the other. It's us too. It's us too. So what I'm saying is all of that is futile. Anything you're doing out here to move around the pieces during something that's not right or a reaction, if you have not gone into your imagination, if you've not done something in your mind, it's not going to change it out there in the moment or anytime. Because normally what happens is we try to back and forth with the words. Doesn't work really, unless you're revising in the moment and changing, then unless you see what's going on and then that's not what I heard. And then you're going to change it in the moment and revise and just feel them and hear them sweeter and hear them get, oh yeah, you're right. I get it. Yeah. Okay. Here's something different. Unless you can do that, which I highly suggest. But if you don't quickly do that, then what normally happens, what I'm observing, what people come to me, it's a back and forth. And then what happens? Both people go to their corner and they continue on their rightness, their story. And they use that reaction of that person to gather more evidence, put it in their evidence box against that person. They do not do the work to actually change the story about them to get a different version of them. And then what happens? They don't do any of that. Then everything's fine for a while. Then the person shows up again in a little altered state of being, or you're in an altered state of being, or whatever's going on. And once again, they start behaving the same way or saying some crazy stuff. And what do? Yep, see, I knew it. That's the way they are. They're always like that, never going to change. How can they change when you're holding them in that state of being? That's how you're thinking of them all the time. And again, if you don't want to put on the work to change who they are in your experience, that's okay. Just know that you didn't do any work emotionally, mentally. You didn't change your story. So if they're gonna show up the same, then you don't react either though. Why would you still react? Don't react, because you know that you are participating. Like, you have had a hand in creating this experience. And if you have had a hand in creating every experience, then, why make it worse for yourself? Why perpetuate that? Why keep that going? Because if you don't want to change your story about the person, what I'm saying is fine, like do whatever you want to do. But if they're showing up like that in the story that you've got practiced about them, then just don't react, let it go and move on. And don't talk about them, gossip about them, judge them, make a whole, tell everyone about it after either. Just let it go, but you know me, I would say change your story. If you're really asking me, I would say it's for you. It's for you. Your concept of yourself, the golden rule, uplifting yourself and others in your mind, always using your inner speech and your outer speech to uplift everything in your life. Why would you not do that? That's what I'm asking. Why do you need other people to be the bad guy or to be the less than or to be the one that made the mistake? Or why? So we can feel better about ourselves. Just feel better about yourself. Just know how good you are. Just know your worth. Just be overflowing with so much love that it just wouldn't feel right or sound right even to you to say or feel or perpetuate a story about someone like that. Be so overflowing with love that just doesn't even make any sense. Like, you cannot do it. You're just like, oh no. No, that's not loving. That's not loving to me or anyone. To me, mostly because it's your world, it's your experience. So it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it for you. Just make it not worth it. Make it so loving. Be on such a mission. Make such a decision that your life is going to be filled with love, that your life is filled with love, that your life is harmonious, that every interaction is filled with joy and light. Why not? That's what I'm trying to say. Let's make a bigger decision. And the same all the time that we're all kind of just, unconsciously bored, subconsciously unsatisfied. Just let's make it exciting. That's why we're saying, we do our little practices or our lists or make something delightful in our life or manifesting something or stretch yourself to make it a little bit scary. Make it a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Even if you don't admit it, but inside you're like, ooh, that one's a little bit of a stretch. That's exciting. We have to make that excitement, that experience, when we close our eyes and experience it, we have to make those emotions, that perceived the expectation, the excitement and the expectation greater than those other emotions from the past, from our lived past and lived like recent reality that just seems like it's all right. It's pretty good. Like, I'm good. Let's make it fantastic. Let's make it exciting. Let's make it, but not because of something out there, because of the inner experience that you're gassing and juicing yourself up inside. Like, oh, yeah, that's good. And so the last thing I'll say is this state of being. And it's in every practice, like even from Dr. Joe to Nam to Neville. It's the same thing. All of these practices are changing your state of being. And Neville's is, state akin to sleep before you go to sleep. And it's a meditative state. When you get into a meditative state that you can kind of between wake and sleep, where you can control like a dreamish kind of state, it's so powerful. Because why? Because you're bringing that into the subconscious mind. You're blurring the lines between the conscious and the subconscious, and then you're bringing those feelings and those desires, or those manifestations, the things like you've already seen it and felt it, you're bringing it into your subconscious mind as the truth. So then it starts accepting it as the truth. But do you see what I'm saying? Why you have to do it every day, why you have to practice something every day? Because when you open your eyes, what you've already been practicing unconsciously and unaware seems the same. So you just like, again, get like lulled into like, that's okay, well, I guess that's it, and I'm just like, I watch and I feel all of that, just like acceptance of less than, of mediocrity, of just like, that's the way it is, well, that's what we have to do here. No, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You can create everything that you want. But again, you have to practice. That's why I'm saying, and you have to practice with the state of, with changing your feeling. And that's why we use things like meditation and breathing and singing, moving, dancing. Even if you like to dance, if you like to exercise, like I'm saying, use those things and attach them to an experience, something inside. Like that's, like, because I'm so infinitely abundant, and try that on and feel it and know it's true, because you are. Because again, back to the full circle, reality does not exist until it's observed. So I must be making this exist. I'm the one making this exist because I'm observing it. So if I want to make something different exist, I have to observe it. But where does the observation start? In our brain, in our mind, in our consciousness. I don't know where it is, somewhere, wherever that is. Oh, that was the last thing really that I want to say is this. There was an experiment that is in one of Dr. Joe's books. I don't remember which book it's in. Maybe The Placebo, or maybe Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. But they gave these people these glasses, okay? They gave these people these glasses, and the glasses were divided in half. And on one side of the lens was blue, and on one side of the lens was yellow. And they gave them to them for 2 weeks. And at first, that's like annoying, right? Like the people were seeing like these colors or whatever. Now, after 2 weeks, they had to wear them all the time when they were awake. And they brought them in and they said, okay, look right. What color do you see? And what do they say? I don't see any, there's no color. What? Okay, look left. What color do you see? I don't see a color. And I say again, okay, look left. What color do you see? No color. Look right. They had worn them long enough that in order to eliminate seeing that color, what does that mean? That your eyes are not making up the reality. Your consciousness and your memories, your perceptions that you've already had are making up your reality. That is incredible. Though there's so many experiments that we could find and see that we need these things to remind us that that is the truth. It's been proven and shown, like your eyes are not what's creating, they're seeing what is real. Your eyes are not creating the thing and seeing what is real. It's your consciousness, your perceptions, your beliefs are filling in the reality to make it seamless. Because that's annoying. That's weird. So then this just goes over and is like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to make it normal. We're going to blend that in and make it normal. What things are we missing here? What are we missing? What are we not seeing? Because we're not tuned to that reality. We're not tuned to that state of being. Just like when we were talking about the things when you're missing something, when something is lost. And you keep saying it's lost, I can't find it, I looked 50 times, I don't know. And then sometimes when you just drop it and don't get into that desperate state of being of loss, all of a sudden it's there. Or when you're manifesting, you know what to do, you feel it in your hand, or you feel yourself using it, or you hear yourself telling somebody, yeah, it was there the whole time. And then the next time you go look there, oh, yep, there it is. Or the next day or whenever it is, but you get it back, I don't know. It just shows you fill it back in again. It's so bizarre. It's so like, I think beyond our limited capabilities. But we can play around with it. We can get the taste of excitement from it, know that it is true and possible because we've done it. All of us have done it in many different ways, even if you've never done it consciously. Like I know everyone here has, but a lot of people, they do it all the time and just accept that as kind of like, again, when you think of someone and they call, or, you're thinking of someone, then you run into them at the store, you hadn't seen them in a year, but they came into your mind. Like everyone's had those little experiences. And so like, what is that? What is that? Why do we not really think special about that? But then also what we don't put together or think about is that we can do that consciously. That's what we're doing. We can do that consciously. That's why, the list, that's why get into your state of being. So even if, last thing for real, even if you're not doing anything else, but I know you guys are, but even if someone's listening and they're not doing anything else, if you could decide on a state of being, or whatever that feeling, like whatever the feeling state is of that state of being, and get into that state of being every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes, a sustained, like set your little clock and close your eyes and see what you can do about getting yourself into that state of being, an elevated emotion, gratitude, love, appreciation, whatever it is, 15 minutes every single day. If you did yourself a little favor, a little challenge, even that, like if you could just do that, because I know also we kind of, again, same. We go on autopilot, and if we're doing the same practice, we need to throw in different things because we have to keep ourselves like challenged. Our brain or whatever this is just memorizes it, and then we just like do it real easy. Like, oh yeah, that again. Oh yeah, she's doing that. Okay, let's go. Okay, meditate. Yeah, we're doing that. Like it just becomes also part of the same. So you have to like switch it up a little bit sometimes, throw yourself a little bit of a curveball, get yourself a little outside of the norm, a little stretching for something, a little excited for something, because sometimes even the practices can become routine. And we have to be aware of that. And just like, because you can do the same practice, we do a lot of the same practice every day, you can do the same practice, but again, being mindful of when you come to it, that this is new, that I'm new, this is a new one, and we're going to do it new, and I'm going to be, so I always try to remind us, like what state of being, be focused, be aware, because we can always just go on autopilot. And it's fine, like nothing about this is bad, it's just, let's make it incredible. Let's make it incredible, not just, surviving and sustaining and living, but like make it fun and exciting, and creating amazing experiences for ourselves, which I know is possible. Okay, we're going to breathe just a little bit, and then we're going to do our little supported lay down, and I'll do guided meditation for us, just a little one. Yeah, in uh, infinite unconditional love. Okay, looking straight ahead, smile, relax. Inhale deep into the chest and hold the breath. Inhale some more. Inhale some more. More light. What does light feel like? More light. More light. More light. A little bit more. One more. Now hold it. Now squeeze your root lock, squeeze pelvic floor, lower abdomen, navel, pull it up, 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 up into the brain, and exhale gracefully through the nose. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more. More love, soften. More love into the back of your body, love. A little bit more, a little bit more. Now hold it. Now squeeze root lock, squeeze it up into the brain with your intention, and exhale gracefully through the nose. One more time. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more. What are you making space for in your life? More, a little bit more, expand more. One more, one more. Now hold it. Now squeeze root lock, squeeze it up. Close your eyes, smile, hold. And exhale gracefully. Inhale and exhale. Just notice what you notice. Feeling your shifting in your state of being, in your brain state, in your brain waves. Feel the expansion. We're going to do Happy Heart Mudra, folding the index down, thumb to the middle, and ring finger. Stretch that pinky long. We'll do 4, 4, 4, 4, and then we'll relax. So inhaling 4 sips equally. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale 4 sips and hold out for 4 counts. Okay. Close your eyes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 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 hold. Exhale, 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 hold it out. Inhale, 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 inhale. Hold the breath. You're going to go on your own. Inhale, hold the breath. Hold. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Inhale, some more, stretch. Exhale, shake your wrists. Inhale and exhale. Just sit quietly for a moment again. Just notice what you notice. See if you notice a shift in your state of being. Slow down. You're just going to bring yourself into a comfortable spot. It can be semi-reclined or fully reclined, or you could be seated. But you want to make sure you can relax. We'll go through our body from our head to our toes. And we'll just expand into that infinite love, dissolving into that infinite love. Changing our state of being. Just really surrendering, allowing our whole being to experience a new possibility, new reality. Just make sure you're comfortable and relaxed. Become aware of your breath. And become aware of the sounds in the room. Or even maybe the sound of your breath, the sound of your heart, the sound of your stomach, any internal processes, just becoming aware of all of the sounds of life within you and all around you. Just feeling the gratitude and appreciation for taking time for yourself, for loving yourself, doing everything out of a state of love. Allowing yourself to completely surrender and relax, knowing that you are safe, that you are loved, and that you can relax. Relax your whole body. Allow yourself to feel heavy. Feel yourself completely supported. Relax your head. All the muscles in your head relax. Relax your scalp, your forehead, eyebrows, temples and eyes. Relax your cheeks, your nose, your lips, your jaw, teeth and gums relax. Tongue and throat relax. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Feel the wave of relaxation washing through your head, through your neck, over your shoulders and down your arms. Relax your arms, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, fingers and hands. Relax. Feel that wave of relaxation washing back through your fingers, through your hands, through your arms, over your shoulders into your chest. Relax your chest. Relax your upper back and your shoulder blades. Feeling your rib cage soften and relax. Your mid back relaxes. Relaxing your abdomen. All of your organs relax. Relax your heart, your lungs, liver, spleen, pancreas, your stomach, intestines. All the reproductive organs relax. Relaxing your pelvis, your hips, low back and your buttocks. Relax your legs, fronts of the thighs, backs of the thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes relax. Feel the waves of relaxation washing over and through you from above your head, through your body, down your legs and out your toes. Feel those waves of relaxation, soothing you, loving you, encouraging you, helping you, carrying you. Feel yourself floating with so much ease, effortlessly on these waves of unconditional love. Feel yourself lighter, dissolving, merging into the infinite ocean, allowing yourself to merge into the infinite ocean of unconditional love, remembering who you are, remembering what you are as pure, unconditional love. Feel the vastness of your being. Notice yourself as an awareness, as consciousness in this infinite ocean of unconditional love. How far can your awareness go? Can you feel the limitlessness, the infinite potential, the infinite possibilities that are within you and all around you? Remember who you are. Decide. Decide to remember. Decide to stay awake. Decide limitlessness. Decide that everything is possible. Everything is possible. Feel what it feels like to experience your limitlessness, your vastness, the excitement of infinite potential, the excitement of infinite possibilities. The excitement of knowing that you decide that you are the operant power. The excitement in knowing that you, your consciousness, your awareness, your beliefs, your perceptions are filling in your reality. And you decide. Connect to that excitement, that joyful expectation of everything working out for you. That joyful expectation, that knowingness that everything turns out way better than you imagined. That joyful knowing that your life is a never-ending, exciting adventure. that all life everywhere loves and supports you, that every single being, every single thing in this universe is conspiring for your good. Connect to that love in your heart, your love for life, your love for this experience, your love for this adventure, your love for this challenge, for all of it. Feel your love and gratitude for yourself, for this life, for your experiences. Bless everything with love. Everything and everyone, everything that comes across your path, everyone that comes across your path. Feel your love, your knowingness that that is an extension of you. Overflowing with love in all aspects of your life, in every interaction, in every communication, in every choice. Love. Tune yourself to this feeling. Remind yourself. Remember. I always make the choice that feels good, that nourishes me, that is most loving to me, that is most in harmony with my environment, with myself. Remember. Just bringing yourself to a fuller, deeper breath. Just bringing your awareness back into your space. Just connecting, staying connected to that love. Activate the love in your space. Just everything is an extension of your state of being. Feel everything as an extension of your state of being of love, of unconditional love. Infusing the space all around you, the room that you're in, your house, your building. Feel how easy it expands. It's your awareness, it's a thought. Expand that thought for your city, into your city filled with love, radiance, light, health. Expanding it out into your country. Feel it rippling, see it like a ripple of light in all directions, 360 degrees above you, below you, all around you, rippling out into the world. Your world as an extension of you, of your state of being. It's light, it's love, expanding it out into the universe and beyond. You are infinite. Bring your hands on your heart wherever you are, just reminding yourself. Stay awake, pay attention. I choose love, I choose awareness, I choose excitement. I choose joy. I choose to feel good. I choose to have fun. I decide. Remind yourself, remember. Inhale to begin. Love before me, love behind me, love at my left, love at my right, love above me, love below me, love in me, love in my surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Inhale, peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings, peace to all, peace to the universe. Inhale, light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light in me, light in my surroundings, light to all, light to the universe. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you guys. Sleep well. Enjoy.